Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama, and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hello everyone, I'm Ceylon Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a Druid from Grey Space.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage, but she doesn't know where from.
Hey there, hi, I'm Zach, and I play Lafdul Moonglade, a elven specialty priest of Erevan Illicir, and occasionally a thief. His gimmick is coming up with titles every week as part of reinventing, I guess. Changing yourself up all the time. Erevan's a big thing about that. Yeah, so his title is the Vestigial VIP Vacator. Damn it.
I mean, would it be a one of your titles if you didn't goof up a little bit?
It's not a word you can mess up easily either.
Vestigial.
Vestigial. That's how I say it, but yeah.
I get the mental image of Lafdul in a temple color robes going in to be the sacrifice.
So yeah, I picture him as an appendix. And thank you very much for those bits there, Anghammarand. I really do appreciate that. So, for those who want to give the players a little bit of a boost, 500 bits will get the player or dungeon master of your choice a reroll. And courtesy of Anghammarand's extreme generosity last time, Braxon has 5, Finn has 5, Ockar has 4, Lafdul has 4, Leva has 6, Solas has 4, and I have 12. So obviously, I need more. So we left off the game last week. The party has agreed to assist the elves in attempting to take the flagship of the Talangran Empire for here's my chart for Alaro, so that he can basically lead a war of a civil war against the current Empress. So you have a number of days while the elves prepare everything. You're not sure exactly. It's basically going to be, hey guys, hope you're ready, because we're ready. We're going now. But it's somewhere around a week. So
Yeah.
if there's anything that you need to do that takes exactly a week, then you may have an issue there.
No. Leva will prepare some pebbles.
Okay.
Lafdul's going to probably going to lose time on the spell research because of this conflict, and I hope I don't get knocked out.
Well, how much time do you need for the spell research? Don't you just need like a week or two left?
Oh yeah, it's only a handful of days for the first check. That's the first check, though.
Oh, that's true.
6 days for the first check. So I might get lucky. I'm going to use a reroll on the first one, but you never know. I
mean, if you got him, might as well.
Yeah.
During this time, Solas would charge his wand of fire and wand of lightning both once.
Okay, how much is that going to give you? Give me a second. Let's see. Well, how many are you going to do per day? Let's ask it that way.
I will do only one charge for both during this whole time.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on a second. Let me find those in my list. Wand of fire and lightning, and wand of lightning, you said?
Yes. I would charge the wand of gold, but that needs another spell for me to be able to charge it.
Okay.
What spells that? Wall of Ice or something?
Abeyance.
Oh, yeah, for the 5th level. Yeah. See, I don't have any wands to recharge, so it's kind of eh. I mean, it would be useful for putting spells on my icon, I guess, for 5th level.
I mean, you got a Wand of Wonder. Although...
I can't recharge that, though.
Might not be able to, yeah. I can't remember.
No, I can't be.
And you have the rod?
Yeah, that's... I believe the rod can be recharged, but it also needs a cleric and a mage at the same time or something.
Either way, we can address that later, because you're busy researching spells anyway.
Yes, it's not going to happen until, like, maybe a year in real life, before it's even considered. If I still have it.
You also need to hire some replacement crew and mercenaries, because other than your GIF and your dwarves, basically all the Herwadi and all of the human crew are like, you don't pay us to go to war. We'll wait here for you. We still want to get to Brawl, but we're going to wait here for you. So what did you guys decide on? Well, actually, let me first say you can, like, you are a little down on GIF, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could permanently get back up to where you were before, because there's enough GIF here. If you want to just start out by replenishing your GIF total.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'm looking around on the sheet now.
Yeah, I'd think we should get back to our normal GIF total.
We got 4 weapon experts and 7 mercenaries. If that's current on the sheet thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're groups of 5. The 3 more
so
GIF.
Some of the weapon experts don't need to be in groups of 5 because they fight as
the manned weapons.
It's just that if they are on a weapon, then they're benefits, kind of thing.
Yes.
So basically, those 4 are part of the 7.
Do we ever utilize that benefit?
Those 4 are not part of the 7. That's separate.
All right, so a 7 goes up to a 10, so we need 3.
Yeah.
Well, so that means you have 11 right now. GIF, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need 4 to get back up to 15.
I didn't realize we were doing it like that. All right, yeah, no.
Right, so the groups of 5 is for combat purposes. So,
right.
For example, you've got a signaler crewman. He is just a standard crewman stat-wise. You pay him a little bit extra because he has special skill, but in combat, he is the exact same as everyone else.
Right.
Same thing with the ship's carpenters and stuff like that. So the same thing applies to the weapon experts.
Oh. Alright, I guess if they're going to be groups like that in combat, but... I'm just hesitant to put them in combat if we have to pay more for them up front each time.
I mean, they're paid for that skill and for melee combat. I mean, like, they're...
I mean, if we get 5, then we'll either have 1 replacement, because we have 5 siege weapons. Weapons
so you probably want to get a 5th.
Yeah, because that rounds it off with 5 then.
Well, that would mean we'd be getting
1 GIF expert.
That would mean we'd be getting another weaponeer and 10 mercenaries.
Well,
so we have a GIF on every weapon.
Yeah,
and we have 10 GIF mercenaries, so we still have 15 in total.
All right, you've changed the number up from 7 to 11.
I did change the number. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Okay.
So 1.
We're still hiring for.
We need to start keeping track of the cost of this. One
Yeah.
expert, 3 regular GIF. I've no it. Where do we keep is?
Don't worry about it for now.
We kind of do have to worry about it now.
Sealing Order's working out the costs on a separate sheet to the sheet where I'm working out the air. So we don't have it all on one sheet.
I mean, again, like if you make sure that you've written down exactly what you're hiring right now, like you can figure out where it should go on documents after the game when it's like, you know, you don't have the time pressure of moving the game on kind of thing.
Yeah.
So new hires of GIF is 3 standard GIF and 1 weapon expert.
Yeah.
So just make a note.
Yeah.
And that's a permanent hire, as opposed to a 1-month hire for this fight.
Actually, I'm going to use the Discord chat, sorry.
Because basically what you're doing is you're hiring mercenaries for a battle. That is what they are being hired for.
Yeah, and that are going in the wages from now.
Okay, so I have updated the wages.
All right.
And for the mercenaries, I think we should go what with the Zach had said in the group chat, that is 24 groups of 5, which is 120 units of 5 hit die mercenaries. I think that sounds good.
All right, so your dwarves are already 5th level.
Yeah.
Do you want to hire more dwarves?
You said that there were also minotaurs in here, and gives that we could hire as mercenaries.
Yeah, but you're getting them at whatever hit dice they are thing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you can get more GIF because I have the stats for them. I do not have the stats for minotaurs since no one indicated that they were interested in the minotaurs.
What's the AC like on the GIF?
GIF will come in at AC2.
Right.
What's the AC on a 5 HD dwarves?
5th level dwarven fighters will have AC3 because they'll match yours.
So not that big of a difference.
Yeah, the combat is always against the worst armor class.
Mm-hmm.
What's see, that's what I was asking about on Tuesday. What's like the Thaco like on those two?
GIF have Thaco of 17. 5th level dwarven fighters have a Thaco of 16.
So the dwarves
So again, not big difference.
No, the dwarves will hit a bit more often.
Yeah, and be hit more often.
Yeah.
Well, so the way that the melee combat works with your crew, attacks are made against the worst armor class, and then you apply who is the one getting hit. You apply the damage as you choose.
Yeah.
So do we go then with the dwarves, or do we also hire GIF?
There's not going to be that many dwarves around here. What do we have available that you have stats for? You have the GIF, you have the dwarves. What else? Is there anything else?
Dwarves, gifts, and 1 hit die Tinker Gnomes.
Wait, they come with blunderbusters, don't they? Or
They come with no, they don't come with smoke powder weapons.
Oh.
Neither do the
Do they
GIF.
come
If
with
you
the-
GIF need to be supplied with smoke powder weapons.
Do the Tinker Gnomes come with giant space hamster mounts?
No.
Yeah, that
Then
one
we
hit
can't
like
hire them. If they came with the giant space hamster mount, then we would have to hire them.
Yeah, I guess we hire a regiment of dwarf mercenaries. Lafdul's not gonna like being on this ship one bit.
I think the gift might be a bit more intimidating, but
Well, GIF have boarding pikes, don't they?
Yeah.
And that can be used to pull a ship closer, or
It's not going to.
or is that a reach over weapon?
It's not. It's actually it's more for. I mean, it is for pulling the ship in close once grapples get on and stuff like that. But a big part of it is poking people who are trying to get across.
would we
They fight in a second row. Sorry.
No, not really. But they just have longer range weapons to poke at people on the other ship as they are trying to cross over.
Could we do a mix of the two, like 12 lots of GIF and 12 lots of dwarves?
As long as it's in groups of 5, you can do whatever you
yeah.
want. You do not have to go all one or all the other.
How much the smoke powder is going to cost for the GIF?
25 gold
So
pieces.
20. Yeah, that's a lot.
If you're supplying them with smoke powder.
We did have a barrel of smoke powder, but that's on our base, and I do have a keg of smoke powder, but I'd rather keep it as like a satchel charge rather than as why it's in like a small keg of like 10
So we can-
shots.
We can hire them without supplying smoke powder.
Yeah.
But then they won't have their guns.
Although there has melee and 10.
Well, we could maybe say if we take the ship, they can have a barrel of smoke powder off the ship if the prince is okay with that.
The prince would be willing to share some smoke powder on the Talon Grand vessel, yes.
We think 50-50 split. Lafdul, you were talking about a third of the mercenaries.
Wow. I mean,
being archers.
well, it's archer/sailor types, but if Old has the stats for dwarven mercenaries with because they also have crossbows.
They'll
don't
have
they,
crossbows,
if I remember.
yes. They'll have light crossbows.
So it's kind of like a moot point of me saying 40 of them will be dedicated sailor types if they can just.
Well, that will be people that would stay up top on the battle dolphin and shoot at the deck while other people are trying to board. How many people can we get up there, Ald, without it being too crowded?
Don't worry about it too much.
It's going to be done off. Well, mass combat resolution, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I mean, I need some basic ideas of where people are gonna be, just for determining, like, if I get a critical hit of crew casualty kind of thing, then I need to know where people are and stuff like that. But
yeah,
in general, it's like, don't worry too much about that kind of thing. If you decide to have 30 up there, that's fine, kind of thing. Eventually they would probably need to
they would need to come
down and
Okay.
engage in melee, but like they can it's still all a make an attack roll. If it hits, deduct hit dice worth of damage. It's all very fast resolution type of situation.
Well, how's this sound? If we had 12 of the groups of 5 be gift that take the guns, then the dwarves are smaller and it'd be easier for them to take the rest of the ship, which would be like rooms and stuff.
I mean, they're still medium creatures.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
We're not. I mean, having that many.
The ship's overcrewed, so we got to have a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
on
that's not what I'm worried about. You're saying to take the gift of guns, but they can't shoot the guns. So what's...
Taking the guns means fighting all the people on the deck with the guns on.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, that's all right.
He means take
Sorry.
their heavy weapons.
Yeah, they're ship weapons.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused
yeah.
with handguns and ship weapons because they're both so-called guns.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what I'm getting at is,
I think 80 gift, 40 dwarves. Sorry.
Yeah, that works for me.
Because the dwarves have the crossbows, and we don't need a majority on.
Yeah. So basically, we'll start off when we try and get on the ship, where we're trying to. I think we're going to try and board from the back rather than front, which has got the pointy bit, the bowsprit. The first people are going to have to fight their way over the rail onto a crowded area, and then they're going to have to clear enough space to clear the top deck.
So real fast, is this 80 giff and 40 dwarves in addition to what you already have?
Yeah, these are just separate hirelings.
All right.
Sorry, I'm updating the thing.
Nope, that's fine. I just want to put the numbers on. Okay.
And this is just for a month.
Yeah. Give her 4 hit dice, not 5 hit dice.
Oh, sorry. 4 hit dice.
Okay. Is that everyone happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that people want to do during, while you're waiting for the elves to finish their preparations?
I have one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned during the end of last session and during the week, I will cast Alamir's Fundamental Breakdown on Potion of Healing.
All right. Potion of healing, not extra healing, correct?
Yes, just
Okay.
Potion of Healing.
All right. I will get with me after the game, and I'll give you the text of this. But so you break down that potion of healing, and you learn the. Is there any kind of saving throw or anything that needs to be made for you, or anything?
I
believe there is.
I don't
At least
remember. It was on certain items.
Oh, right. Certain items need to make a saving throw. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But this just destroys the
yeah,
one-use
the
item.
potion is destroyed, but I get to have the recipe to make it.
Okay. So this potion was made with a thread from the robe of a great holy man, like a saint kind of character. A drop of blood from a trollhound, and 10 gold pieces worth of powdered bloodstone mixed with 10 gold pieces worth of powdered bluestone mixed into a paste with willow bark.
Okay. Will you give me...
I'll give it to you
also
after
in
the game.
writing?
After the game.
Okay.
That sounds awful. It's a concoction to drink.
I mean, there's other things involved too, but a lot of it is preparation and cooking, and it still takes time to produce it all.
Other things like alcohol and such. Since I think most of the potions have alcohol as a base.
They can have any kind of liquid, basically. But if it's any kind of common liquid, then that doesn't get, you're gonna have that in your laboratory. So. Okay. So Braxon and anyone else you take along, possibly Ockar, you go off to get a contract put together with some Gif and Dwarven mercenaries. Get them all squared away and ready to fight on your vessel.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you can pay a little bit extra if you want trained crew rather than average crew, by the way. It's up to you.
That might be useful.
I'd rather get train crew.
I mean, that only affects their ability to sail, right?
It gives a bonus to it gives a bonus to morale. It gives a bonus to initiative.
Yeah, and we want to grapple a ship as well.
I think getting a train crew is worth it.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's for 1 month.
Yeah, all right.
That
We'll
would
see
bump
how
up.
much this.
That would bump up
the cost.
the cost by 12 gold pieces per.
Per person.
Yep.
Yeah.
From what? What was the original one?
So the 36 would go to 48, and the 94 would go to 106 each.
Hmm.
Is that something?
Yeah,
more?
it's a tenable, but it's we got 700k, so 700k. Okay. This is more of a personal thing for Lafdul, but Lafdul will be mosing about asking about the one of the officers. You know, do you do like war ceremonies before like a big battle's launched or whatever? Is it like an offering or tribute people make to the gods or ask for their blessing and stuff? But basically, Lafdul might spend one of his days doing that. I believe I am checking my spell research because if I don't get it this week, it's not going to matter on the next week. 1 second, I'm just checking something. How long I need? I need 6 days. So if we're 7 days here, then I can spend 1 day participating in that.
So
I assumed it would.
Yeah, it depends on people's individual faiths.
I assume there would be like a thing for the Seldar. I mean, I'm not doing it for our ship. I want to see if I can participate in what the elves do and their things, considering I'm an elven priest.
Yeah, they wouldn't, since the Elven Imperial Navy is doing their own thing on that. They actually wouldn't let you in, since you're not a member of the Elven Imperial Navy.
1 day. All right.
But you can certainly go to the one of the temples. There's a fairly large temple on the surface part of the city dedicated to Corellin and some of the other members of the Soldaran, especially those who don't have their own temples. And you can perform a ceremony there. Essentially, what it would be is prayer, giving a song to Corellin, like singing a song to him, and if you so desire, sacrificing a piece of a beautiful piece of artwork or jewelry or something artistic, if you want to try for a special blessing kind of thing.
Oh, I'd figure my Jade statue would get a reasonable chance of getting a blessing. It's kind of like
Yes, you do not need to go big, and you can buy things. Like it doesn't. Obviously, anything that you've created yourself would be seen as better, but again, Corellan understands that not everyone is skilled in that, and they want to go for something that's...
No, it was more of a case of I didn't have time to think about this. I was making a statue of what's his name? Ananias, so that's going to be given to him. So I do not have.
I mean, you can go like outside of the temple is our little stands of people, selling small creations, artistic creations that they've made specifically for people going in to make a sacrifice.
All right, no, I'll look for something. I'll spend 1,000 gold on it. I'll look for something that's because I'm having to. I feel
okay.
Like
You're not going to find
for
something. You're not going to find something for 1,000 gold in those stands. But if you want to go into the rest of the city and go to other like the actual fancy.
Well, this is like a.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like these are stands with small, inexpensive items. Like the most you're talking about is maybe 50 gold. That's fine if you want to go that big.
Oh yeah, this is like a small war for a good cause, and I feel like this is appropriate. And I'm also being a bit, because I didn't make it myself, so I feel like I'm having to compensate a bit. So
right, I understand.
So I will dump 1,000 gold on something appropriate.
Okay. All right.
So I've knocked off 1,000.
All right, so you go into and what kind of thing do you want to get? It can be anything artistically created.
Probably like something that resembles like like in a glass bottle you get like those little ships or something like that. I feel like it might be something appropriate,
Okay, like a ship in a bottle type thing.
Yeah, something. Fancy like that.
All right, so you do find a seller who makes elven vessels and bottles, like men of war, armadas, flitters, stuff like that. And you purchase one of those for 1,000 gold pieces, and you make a sacrifice.
I'll spend the day doing that.
Okay, and that is, let's see, There's just blind as blind can be with my dice right here. Okay, you get a free reroll, but you have to use it on this. Like you have to use it in the combat.
On this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, cool. I get a free reroll.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know.
Sure.
I know.
This is a bit. What did you have that pre-set? You just came
no,
up with that?
no. I just came up with that because I was not expecting you to drop 1,000 gold pieces on a sacrifice, and
it's almost like Lafdul's religious, and he does care about.
I understand.
His
I'm not.
faith.
I'm not doubting it. It just was surprising to me, and it seemed a reasonable
I thought
reward.
you were a bit too stingy for that.
No, Lafdul's not stitchy when it comes to his faith. Well, he tries not to be anyway. Maybe sometimes he has been.
I mean, I think...
feel bad because I didn't make it myself, and I know that is significant, so I'm overcompensating.
That's fine.
To a limited extent.
No, I get it.
It's like a personal...
Yeah. No, that's fine. All right. So, anyone else have anything that they want to work on in that time period?
Finn wants to go looking for white dragon scales.
Okay. You can definitely find a handful of them for sale. I think I said up to 6, correct?
And you said 5 gold each?
Yeah.
All right, he'll buy 6 then.
Okay.
And he is also looking to talk to the prince, just briefly.
All right. You go to the elves and the Elven Imperial Navy out entrance area and ask. You give your name and affiliation, and that you want to talk to Prince Alaro, and they say that they will let you know, and someone will come to your ship to get you when he's ready, if he agrees to it.
Okay.
And they tell you that if no one comes, then assume he didn't agree to it.
Okay.
But the next day, an elven envoy will come and looking for you and fetch you. And on the trip back to the elven base, he will convey the prince's apologies that he wasn't able to meet with you yesterday. It has been quite busy with the planning and everything like that.
Perfectly understandable.
All right, so you meet him in the quarters that have been reserved for him on in the elven base, and he welcomes you in. Says, Finnel'ar, welcome. Yes, you wish to speak to me about something. I'm always happy to do whatever I can for my rescuers.
Well, I was wondering, something I'm thinking of for the upcoming combat. Are there any symbolic animals amongst your people?
Well, knowing that you are a man of forest creatures, I would say that none that are particularly real. The symbol of the Talengran Empire is a two-headed raven.
Any that engender fear in the general populace?
Well, bears and wolves are always seen as sacred and powerful. I don't know that would engender fear in particular. They are oftentimes seen as courageous creatures that the warriors especially wish to embody.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time.
Not at all. Please sit and let us chat for a while, and he'll just have some small talk with you for a bit.
All right.
Unless there's anything else that you wanted to ask him.
No, that was the main thing.
Okay. He'll generally just be asking how preparations are going on your end and everything like that.
Update him.
Okay.
No point not to.
All right. So you bid your farewells to him after a time and head back to the ship?
Yep.
Okay.
Does this place have any armorers I could talk to?
Sure.
Okay, since we're gonna be out for a month doing this whole ship thing, I'd like to take one of the larger Ankh shells I have and see about asking around with any armorers to get a clue of how long it would take to make that into Ankh plate armor.
Plate armor tends to take a while. Let me double check. I know that there's a big difference between standard plate armor, field plate, and full plate. But let me see what we got.
How much material do you need to make either or? I assume he doesn't have that much.
He has there's the large Ankh armor, which I think could make a full suit for a human.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
That takes 3 months or something, if I remember correctly, for full plate.
You wouldn't be able to get full or field plate made out of that. It's only plate armor.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering what you could. Yeah, that's right. I answered it.
Let me see. All right, that's right in the front of the book. Okay. 14 weeks is what I'm seeing.
For plate?
Yeah.
Exotic
Okay.
material as well, though, isn't it?
I wouldn't. I don't. It's I don't know that it gives information on that specifically.
Well, it's here nor there. It's a long time anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at 3.5 months for that.
Okay, I might want to save on that for when we get back to Brawl then.
Okay.
Or if
Could it
it's
be
tournament, we're good.
partially
Sorry, go ahead.
processed
Wait,
into?
go ahead, Ockar. What were you saying?
I mean, even if I have like a month done on it and I just leave it sitting on the ship, I imagine if I take it to somebody else, they would still need to take a while to keep going, right?
Everyone has their kind of like their own way of making it, so you can't get it like partially made and then taken someplace else.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to wait until we have a place where I can leave it for like 3 months and come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only going for a month, so that isn't gonna.
Well, it'll probably be about 2 months, because you're looking at about a month getting in and a month getting back, but you're only paying the mercenaries 1 month's worth because they're being hired for a mission as opposed to month-by-month crew kind of thing.
Yeah, campaign.
That still means an extra month and a half we're
Yes.
stuck.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure the party's willing to do to get this turned in armor.
Well,
No,
it's
and your
mainly
crew-
you.
Your regular crew are not willing to wait around for a month and a half.
So I'm probably gonna have to say this until we're somewhere for a long time or we're back at Brawl.
This might sound stupid, but pancake plate, it's a natural hide-like material. So what? This is like figure of the imagination, whatever. But you need like a blacksmith workshop. You don't need like a forge. You're not kissing it. You're not heat treating it, are you?
It needs a lot of work, and those who
No,
have
I'm just wondering if
don't think about it too much. Don't worry about it too much.
I mean,
So armors are like if you have the armor proficiency, you're good at making both metal armor and non-metal armor, like leather and padded and stuff
which
like
I
that.
have. I
Yeah.
just wanted to get someone more professional on it since my intelligence is in the toilet.
Right. So, but the point being that I mean, there might be like when you're on Brawl, you're gonna go to the best. You're not gonna just go to some random schlub who makes passable mail kind of thing. You're gonna go to the guy who's the best. And if you did have time here, you would also be doing the same thing. So, it may be exotic and they may not have ever worked with it before, but they'll still know how to do it. So don't worry about that.
And with this material, I can only make plate mail.
I mean, you can make some other things too, but you can't make field or full plate.
That's still an upgrade to my banded mail. So it's like,
banded's magical though.
here's the thing. When I get this made, I plan to go get it enchanted.
Yeah, if you get it enchanted,
Yeah,
then,
that's true.
like it's gonna take enchantments well.
It's also got different modifiers against different weapon types, which is better than banded or splint.
Most of them are kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
I basically plan. I plan to get 2 of these made eventually. One for me and then one for Finn because it's a natural material and he can wear that.
Okay. All right. I mean, you can certainly ask around and get some like tips and pointers when you do get back to Brawl if you want to kind of do that as role playing.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna be doing.
Okay. All right. So
Solas will spend one day basically just praying for our success to Ogma.
Okay. All right. So the unless if there's anything, is there anything anyone else wants to do? Otherwise, we can go ahead and the elves can be ready.
If it's 6 days, I can do my check to see if I do learn it. If not, then it's gonna start cutting into. Well, it's going to be sailing off to there. I don't imagine it's going to happen the next day, as manner of speaking. How long does it take for us to get there?
It's like a month, give or take.
So I've got like a few more weeks to check again, so. But yeah.
All right.
I can do my first check, which is, I believe it's like 28.
Yeah, it will end up being 7 days.
So on the day before, Leva will want to cast Omen.
Okay.
Got
Can't
a couple
remember,
of questions, Ald.
All right, let me look up the Omen, and you can do your check, Lafdul.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I won't use a reroll on the first one.
Okay.
Because if we're gonna have like multiple weeks, I'd rather to start doing the rerolls when we got more than a reasonable chance than 28.
When time starts closing in on you, right?
Yeah. I feel like if we're gonna use a reroll, I'd rather do it on like 38 or 48, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just time. Oh wow. Under my score? I had 28 on the score.
Yep. So
Hey,
that's
I
a
got
success.
lucky.
Yeah. All right. So, you are able to pray for that spell now.
Unless I misread that, I believe that's the right formula. I've got my notes. Yeah, I'm checking that.
Yep. Okay. And Leva, you get a favorable omen.
Not bad. She passes that on to the others.
How long's that omen last for?
Not that long. The actual benefits of the omen would not last to the fight, but it is a favorable.
It's a morale boost.
It doesn't actually influence anything. It just tells us the chances, I would think. Don't you think so?
There's an actual chart in there.
Yes.
If I don't have specific information. Like,
So
if
you
I
say-
know you're about to walk into an ambush, then I would give you an unfavorable omen.
Yes.
Like that's what it would do. If I don't have anything specific in mind, then I roll.
So when you're saying it's a favorable omen, then actually we do have the characters are able to travel half again their normal traveling rate that day. Opponents have a
Yes,
minus.
that doesn't apply in Spelljamming speed though.
Oh, okay. So it's just favorable.
Yeah.
Chances are that we come out looking good.
Yeah.
All alive and yes.
All right, Braxon, did you say that you had something?
Yeah, a couple of questions. One, if we're setting down our normal signaler, we need another signaler. I was wondering if we need to pass signals during the battle to the elven ships.
One of the dwarves will be skilled with signaling then.
Okay. Do we need to set up some like code words for how we're getting on? While we're
Not
fighting?
really, because it'll be a situation where like they'll be able to, like, you'll be able to see reasonably well how everyone is doing, kind of thing. Like, you'll be able to tell if ships are getting hammered or something like that. And obviously, like, as they say, plans don't survive first contact with the enemy.
Yeah.
Once you're in combat, it is going to be very much, everyone is going to be too focused on keeping their ship intact and engaging with the enemy to, like, plan out and pay attention to signals from other ships.
Right, fair enough. Okay.
So if you're, if you've managed to take out a ship or something like that, then signaling might come in. But yeah, go ahead.
Second thing I was wondering is, you were talking about it might be quite hard for us to catch some of the officers alive. So I was wondering about trying to grab them with the man catcher, but I think I might need to hire someone to carry that around because it's a bit of a handful.
I mean, yeah, but like the man, are you proficient in man catcher?
No.
Yeah. So again, you're suffering a penalty. Alaro will tell you that given what he knows about promoting ship captains within the Empire, the captain is going to be expected to fight to the last, for example. If you can knock him out, knock him unconscious, or something like that, or paralyze him with magic or something like that, you can go ahead and do that, but you should fully expect that the captain is going to try to fight to the last.
Oh, yeah. No, I figured the guy was going to fight to the last, but I just thought if we can knock the guy out, that's why I thought the man catcher might help. If we could take the guy down.
It's probably not going to be any more effective than anything else that you guys have on hand. Like,
you got rope, just tie him up with some rope.
Yeah, but you got to knock him out before you can tie him up with rope.
Tie him up with tie him up with the magic rope.
No,
he'll just cut the rope.
That rope isn't. You could do that if you had a rope of entanglement, but that's not what that is.
Oh.
He would just cut the rope. A man catcher's designed to grab people. That's why I bought it. So I thought it might be useful for this sort of thing.
I mean, you can take it. You can bring it on. If you want to hire someone specifically to carry that, you can certainly do so. But again, like
you're saying in a fight, it's more likely that we'll get the guy by knocking him out.
Right. Like
okay.
A hold spell, paralyzation, things like that, or you can always try to wrestle him.
Yeah.
You can try punching, which has a chance to KO and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of options besides Mancatcher that you're not skilled with that you can engage in if you choose to.
Okay, so I got to say a weapon proficiency in Mancatcher. Got it. No, that's not what you said. I know.
All
right. I'll just try and knock him out with Aegis Burden, I think.
And you can also attack with the flat of the blade and stuff like that, which does, engender penalties and things like that. But you have a ton of options that you're actually skilled with, that your spellcasters have at their disposal and things like that. So.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I suppose it'd be quite crowded anyway. Is there? Braxon wanted to look round and see if he could find stuff for, making people fall over and stuff, like marbles and stuff. But I guess that would affect our people.
It would most definitely.
Caltrops and stuff.
The problem with that is you'd be putting things on the battlefield that you yourselves have to go through as well.
Yeah.
Now you can load grape shot type stuff into your catapults and turn them into jettisons.
Yeah.
And that is just crew. Now that tends to that's crew damage rather than ship damage.
Yeah.
That's something you can do if you want.
Well, that might help us clear the top deck before we want to come in and board. I'd asked about rubber balls, but I don't think you said we could get those.
No. I mean, you can do marbles, which, with their initial attack, basically it has a chance of killing kind of thing because they're
Yeah.
going fast and hard. But then when they're left, they could cause issues on the deck. But that would also cause issues for you on the deck when you're boarding.
Yeah. No, I was when I asked about that, I was kind of hoping we could get something that knocks people out, but I guess there isn't.
Not really.
Okay. What do people think about getting some grape shot then? Because I think that would make it easier to get on board.
I mean, you're the ship-to-ship combat expert.
I will note that for other people who have no opinion, you can say you have no opinion, or you can say I think you should do what's best, or something like that. But when someone is asking your opinion, please give it, even if it's fine with me. Do what you want.
I have no opinion and no idea what the. Yeah.
I'm good with it.
As I
Whatever
said,
works.
Braxon is the ship combat expert, so Solas goes with his opinion.
I'm just having a look. See, we got written down the positions of the catapults.
They're on the lower front deck.
Right. And when we're too close, we can't fire them, can we?
You can't
So we'd
fire
have
them
to
in the
fire
same
them.
hex.
Yeah, so we got to fire them before we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess.
But you can
guess we'll
fire
get
at
some-
any point during your movement.
Yeah.
So if you're going,
Okay.
if both of them are ready to go, and you're planning to make a boarding attempt, the hex before you get in, you can fire them.
Yeah, I guess we'll do that then.
Are there any spots on the ship that we could set up those bombards we got?
We'd probably be looking at swapping out weapons.
I'm not sure if you have a whole lot of cargo space available.
Yeah, you have to give up cargo space to have additional weapons.
Never mind.
And you
Should
already
we-
have, and you've done that for 2 weapons already. So FYI.
Yeah.
But by the way, should we sell the 2 bombards we salvaged?
If we're not gonna use them, we might as well sell them.
Personally, Solas prefers to have range on our weapons.
I mean, you can always sacrifice cargo space for this one fight, and then dismount them afterwards and sell them.
We could turn.
It would be nice to have the extra firepower for this one fight, but I leave it up to you. Braxton, what do you think?
Well, if we got rid of the library, we could mount the.
No, it's not so much.
Weapons
You're
in
not. You've got enough cargo space to mount them, but it would reduce the Dolphin's cargo space to, I think, like 3 or something.
Yeah, it's already pathetically small.
But again, for like this trip, that may not matter.
Yeah,
We're
if
on-
we're just doing it for one trip to have an extra bit of firepower, and then we're selling them when we get back. What does that sound
With-
like to you?
With the weapons we've already done, we've only got 6 tons left on the Battle Dolphin. We got 19 for both ships.
But this is temporary.
I know it's temporary. I'm saying we've only got 19 tons left, so we'd have to leave off some cargo somewhere.
They take up 2 each.
They take up 2 each, so that'd take us down to 17. So it'd be. So do we put them on the Battle Dolphin, or do we put them on the top on the shuttle?
I say the shuttle.
It doesn't matter too much. What you need to keep in mind is that they're only going to have 1 firing arc. So the question is, what firing arc do you want
Yeah.
to have them on? And that will determine where you
Yeah.
put them. You can have them both in the front. You could have 1 in the front, 1 in the rear, both to the sides, something like that. And keep in mind that there
Thinking-
is a handout that has the fire arcs. And you guys
I'm thinking
should...
we put them on the broadsides. What do you think?
I don't think we're going to be fighting side to side with the ship. I think we're going to be trying to sneak around and come in behind it.
Then on the front?
I'd say either 2 on the front or 1 on the front and 1 on the back, but probably 2 on the front.
Yeah, 2 on the front.
2
sounds
on the
good.
front.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and copy and paste in the Bombard stats for you guys so that whoever's going to be using the ship can keep that in mind. You guys can see the Fire Arcs handout, right?
Uh,
There was a handout at
yeah.
one point.
no,
Mm.
it's the third one down.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. And the
So you-
handouts?
Yes.
So
It's
So-
right under
No.
the Elven Man of War stats.
And above the career ship.
was it?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong section. 2 things have handouts.
Doesn't?
was it?
What's the other one?
The other one
Yeah,
is
it's a-
Chaos Ward, Combat, Treasures,
Yes,
Spoils,
the
all that stuff.
One's a group handout, and the other one's a personal handout,
Yeah.
I think.
One of these is the Ships and Plants handouts. The other one is like magic and
Oh
items.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I was
Um,
getting confused.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like, which
sorry.
one am I
I
looking at?
should rename that at some point. All right. Sorry. My apologies.
No, it's fine. I just didn't know that was all. Man of War.
So was that 2 tons for each one we lose, or 2 tons
Yes.
for both of them? Right. So
4
that
tons.
takes
So
us
4
down.
tons.
Yeah. So if we put them on the main ship, we'd be down to 2 tons, and if we put them on,
It's not
Oh,
particularly a
yeah.
big deal at the moment. You have the tonnage available, so
okay,
you can decide.
all right, okay. So we'd be renting some space to drop off some cargo or whatever.
I don't think you have that much.
We don't really have that much cargo at the moment, do we? For it to really impact us that much, dropping down to 17, do we?
No, but it means you can't carry stuff like spare wood and stuff. Anyway, I just wanted
Question.
to get the numbers right.
Yes, Solas.
Are those bombards placed in so that if when I cast a prayer or recitation, that
Yeah.
they would also be affected?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Any other last minute things you need? So, as a reminder for the fire arcs, if something has a forward and starboard arc, it can fire in the forward and starboard areas in that diagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the Elven Armada and Elven Man of War stats, they have the firing arcs. So, like the Elven Man of War has a medium ballista that is forward port, and one that is forward starboard. It has a medium catapult that is forward, and a medium jettison that is aft. So you'll need to keep those in mind when you're piloting those ships. All right. Any other last-minute things, or are you guys ready to go with the elves?
It's not for this session since I don't see it in here, but
Then save it for later.
okay, no, I noticed now that you have actually put the fire arcs on the handouts for the ships. So
All
we
right.
can check them from there.
Yep. Okay, so the elves come to you after a week and inform you that preparations are ready, and you will meet them in orbit. Well, they'll send like a ship pilot with you, so that you can all come together in orbit around Levalithana.
Mm-hmm.
Get up there and get into orbit after all your preparations are made. The elves will supply you with food and water, so that you'll get topped off with that. and there's a brief meeting to go over basic battle tactics, battle plans, and the fleet movement. They reiterate again, trying to capture the ships. Now, I'm going to let you guys decide how you want to deploy your forces in the fight, and you guys are going to control them. If anyone doesn't want to control any ships, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. I just want to give you guys as much control over your side of the fight as possible. So when we get to that point, you can go ahead and do so. So you see in this fleet, which is a really impressive fleet, there are a total of 8 men-of-war and 2 elven armadas. This is a greater fleet than almost any you've seen, with the possible exception of the carrier fleets. But of course, all of these vessels outweigh them considerably. The elven commander will inform you that they're unsure exactly how many ships you'll be fighting, but it's a fair chance that you'll be outnumbered in terms of ships, but the elven ships outclass theirs.
And our ship is pretty potent.
Yeah. So with that, they begin to assemble, spread out so that ships are far enough apart laterally and I don't know, longitudinally, I guess. All the ships are far enough apart that they can enter spelljamming speed, and then the first few take off, and then the next line goes, and then the next line goes, and you and the armadas kind of bring up the rear. The journey will be fairly uneventful. Oh, yes, actually, you would need to buy smoke powder if you don't have any on board, Braxon.
I think
We
we
left
have
our
to find some.
I have 10 handgun shots worth. I had in the satchel. No, we've got our stuff on the barrel, but that's on our asteroid, I think.
Yeah. So
Would Elven Imperial Navy sell us?
yeah, you can get smoke powder shot.
Yeah, we'll buy some smoke powder shot.
All right. So
is it going to be more than 25 per for a bombard?
It's 10 charges per shot.
250 go to shot.
Yeah. Now that includes the cannonball itself, essentially.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How generous.
It's basically tossing for free.
Maybe we get like 2 per bombard, since our goal is to board, not ship combat.
And you can always use anything that you don't use as a reward to the GIF.
True.
Yep.
Let's get 2 per bombard.
Yeah, I was thinking two each.
All right, so that's
I was thinking.
that's a total of 4.
Yeah. I was thinking of maybe
get
trying to
1,000
use them.
gold.
Yeah.
Have they got do they have a no shooting in the same hex rule?
No, they don't. They can fire in the same hex because they're direct line fire. Catapults need to arc. That's the reason.
I see. All right.
I like bombards. You don't have to worry when they get up close. You can still fire at least one more shot.
I think Leva should tease Higamus. You know, send him ascending. You know, we got some bombards. You sure you don't miss us?
But the problem with bombards is that they have a really limited range and a really slow reload time.
Yeah, but they pack a punch if they hit.
Yeah. But
Which
you
is why
also have to get to really close.
Well, they can pack a punch. They're highly variable. 1d6 is a lot more variable than most other things. Okay. One of the advantages of traveling in a fleet is that there is basically no threat of anything attacking, because one ship drops out of spelljamming speed, and basically all the rest drop out too. So
no encounters with radiant dragons.
There are no encounters whatsoever on your trip of significance. Like anytime something would drop out, if there was like a pirate ship, the pirate ship would be like, "We're out of here. Goodbye."
Yeah, it's like no.
And being a fleet, the elves do not want to take the time away to pursue such things. And even so, like you know, a merchant vessel would also be like, "I'm not getting involved with this. I don't know what's going on, but I do not want to be anywhere near this." So they don't have time. Like they're not really able to identify whether a ship is a merchant or a pirate or anything like that. But the trip is fairly uneventful. You, of course, drop out of spelljamming speed periodically to change helmsman and everything like that. There's constant communication between the vessels every time that you do drop out and things like that. And eventually you do get to the general area of the Pinzarius cluster of asteroids.
Day before we enter the area where we might encounter the battle, Solas would hold non-denominatal, basically religious service for the mercenaries and the crew to basically, if they want to pray for success and blessing for the combat.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Lafdul will probably take part in that.
He would ask other clerics to be part of it as well.
Oh, Margoth is all about preaching about peace.
Yeah, but again, this was non-demo.
Oh, she's not. She's not bringing up her deity. She's just going to be preaching peace.
Finn will be more than happy to deliver a sermon in Treant.
Right.
And all the dwarves are like, the next day the dwarves are like, "Ah, Finn, you know, I have never slept better than after you gave your lullaby sermon. Thank you very much. 'Twas great. Really bored me to sleep."
Mission accomplished.
Especially when you're talking about how we should stop cutting down trees for our forges.
Oh, the dwarves are like, we're more than happy to use coal. All right, so you do have a number of days on the trip. If anyone wants to get anything done, it will be fairly uneventful. So it'll be about 20 days.
Yeah, I think Braxon will be making sure we're not dragging any scavers or anything like that.
It's not going to matter when we've got armadas and stuff.
So no one has anything that they want to take care of?
Yeah, I will, but I would have purchased some material and I would be stone carving it.
Okay. Yeah, you can get with me afterwards for that then.
Something we should have bought that I meant to say earlier.
Yeah.
Get everyone to carry a bandage. So
I would think that everyone carries bandages.
Everyone carries bandages.
No, I mean all the troops. So
yeah.
If anyone's injured, everyone's got bandages on them.
They do.
Okay.
I mean, generally they're going to be too busy fighting to use them, but like they do.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking if some of our crews get taken down, if everyone's got a bandage on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that's never talked about, but it's like you carry soap, you carry bandages, you carry a hair comb, you carry a sponge or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the when you search a corpse and I occasionally say and personal possessions. Yeah, it's all that kind of stuff.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So you are nearing the cluster of asteroids, and in the day before, the Elven commander will be reiterating battle plans, battle tactics, and things of that nature. Is there Any other last-minute questions? Are you guys ready to get to the fight and see how it goes?
Well, I was changing a spell too, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll have plenty of time to decide. I mean, if you haven't decided what spells you have, then do so now. We can take a few minutes for you guys to change up your spells if you want. But if everyone's ready, then we can get in.
Leva has a strength for
Solas.
Big Mac. Big Mac.
Ow.
Okay.
A strength. Right.
Yeah, you don't want to be stronger?
Roll 1d8.
No. Hang on.
Actually, let me roll for Wild Search first. Okay. No, it goes off. So 1d8.
Who, me or Lever?
You. You're the one getting it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Your strength is 16, correct? Normally?
Strength is normally... what's going on with... Oh, sorry, I'm looking on the character sheet for the Battle Dolphin.
There is something I would have done during the trip.
All right, let's just get him.
Strength
Okay.
is
Yeah.
normally 16, yeah.
So you're at 1820 then.
1820.
Not bad.
All right, and the Lafdul?
Yeah, because very specifically we would have been discussing like battle plans like leading up to this fight. You know, are we going to try and take them down, or you know, what spells do people have? Did you, Solas or Lever, would ever mention that you have Stinking Cloud at all?
I mean, Solas does have Stinking Clouds.
Would you
Yeah,
have
memorized.
mentioned it?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It's,
Leva doesn't
you-
have it.
if you brought it up in conversation and they'll say that the spell that I was researching can protect against those spells, and I would, if
So
I
target
would
Stinking Cloud on Lafdul. Gotcha.
I would offer to teach you the spell because it may be useful at some point. If your god is willing. You know, same to Finn.
At some point.
I'm not sure if Finn can get it.
Yeah, well, it's protection, but it's obviously up to the DM.
Yeah. Well, it's up to... that's specifically up to his...
yeah, I don't have access to protection at all. So.
Alright, yeah, it's just so.
Alright, let me see if anyone has... Any of your NPCs have spells that they're going to be casting.
Is Norgoth... well, they've gone up level, haven't they? Or they not gone up level yet?
Not yet.
Oh. So Norgoth does
Number one, remember that they get more pay when they go up a level, so...
No, I just thought it'd be funny if Norgoth's first fireball and he ends up fireballing the party, you know, go the way of nice Zamfi.
I think it's best to have the helmsman basically in the near the helm room to protect it and be there to jump into the helm if needed.
You don't know how the fight will go, you know.
Alright, Lenelius is casting a strength spell on himself, so he is up to 18.
It says protection from gas is a rapid spell. It can be cast, you know, like Featherfall, just in the moment. So can it be cast while running?
No, you do have to stop and cast it. But it's very quick to cast. It has a casting time of 1.
Yeah, it does. It says this spell is an unusually short casting time.
Right. So in a non-combat situation, you can basically use it as you set off a trap, gas is coming out, cast it. In a combat situation, you still have to declare that you are casting that for the round.
All right.
Because in a combat situation, you're already going through other actions when you would you might want to cast that kind of thing.
Leva also casts Wild Shield on herself
How long does that last?
until it's used up.
Okay.
At least I take it from here.
It's not like 24 hours if it doesn't stay.
Yeah, it'll
Doesn't
spells only last 24 hours. If they last until they're used up, they only last 24 hours. So yeah, this is the lead up. You're getting close. You've got time to cast very long lasting protections on yourself. So let's see.
I wonder if anyone noticed that there are no sponges to be had on the ship anymore.
You mean you didn't buy any?
You would. I don't think you would have stolen them from all the rest of the crew and everything. That's mean. Would you? Would you? That's so mean.
Nah, she wouldn't do that. Not like that.
Yeah.
But she might steal one from Zakat. Sorry, from Lafdul.
Why from?
All right. So what are the effects of that spell?
Well, the spell cloaks the caster in a whirling band of scintillating colors, providing complete concealment. The caster is able to see normally within and outside the shield. It protects the caster from the effects of spell and magical items, and it can completely absorb 2d6 spell levels. That is, if the roll of 2d6 results in 10, the shield could absorb 10 first-level spells, 2 fifth-level spells, or any similar combination. What else is there? The important part is Wild Shield also protects against wild surges. It also protects against area effect spells. And each wild surge is considered equal to 1d6 spell levels. And the spell remains in effect until either the caster cancelled it or it reaches its spell level capacity. If the capacity is met exactly, the shield simply ceases to function. However, if the wild shield is struck by more spell levels than it can absorb, it explodes in a wild surge. Nice.
Okay, that sounds good.
Unfortunately, it also affects the cast.
I will mention.
The spell that triggered the surge is completely negated. Its energy instead transferred into a wild surge according to the table. And since the shield no longer functions, the formerly protected wizard is subject to full effects of this wild surge.
All right.
I like it.
There's no level-specific modifiers on that, right?
No.
Okay, so we're only checking to see if you get a wild surge in the casting. All right, you do not get a wild surge.
And later on, when Leva is ever affected by spells, whether it actually gets over the wild shield or not.
I'm sorry? I feel like there was a question there. Sorry, I think I was expecting you to say something else after that, and so I'm confused. Can you say that last part again?
Every time Leva is affected by any spell, be it an area effect or a direct spell, it has to be checked whether it goes over the capacity of the shield or not.
Right. Okay, so I keep the numbers secret.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's almost as good as what's it? Nahal's
Reckless Dwemer.
Yeah.
Yes. So I can stand in the middle of you and somebody casts a fireball at us, and Leva can maybe survive it. No problems whatsoever.
Okay. So if you're in an area of effect spell, does it completely absorb the area of effect spell, or are you just protected from it?
In the case of area effect spells, the wild shield protects only the mage.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Okay, so you cast that on yourself. You got the strength cast. Is there anything else that anyone is casting? Long-term preparation.
I will cast. Have any of the wizards indicated if they're taking hot or cold spells? I would have asked them. Or are you taking both? I'm sorry, I would have taken
spells?
Either any hot or cold spell. I'm just deciding whether or not I'm going to take Endure Heat or Endure Cold. But it's like, I know you're all taking like fire spells, I'm putting Endure Heat on myself.
Well, Leva has Fireball. Leva memorized Fireball.
Alright.
I have
Finn
one.
has both
I have-
types.
Alright,
I have
I'm
one
taking
cold
Endure
spell
Heat.
and one. I have one cold spell and one heat spell.
Alright, I've just cast Endure Heat because it lasts 24 hours, so
Okay.
I mitigate the first 10 points of fire
So
damage.
cone of cold on
Yes.
Lafdul, gotcha.
Yeah.
And Leva has Snillock Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
So that's snow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
It's here nor there. I'm just thinking of like potential situations I might find myself in where I get hit by the airway.
All right, Lafdul, any other long-term spells that you're casting well in advance of the fight?
Not that long.
Okay.
No.
Solas, any long-term spells that you're casting in advance of the fight?
Not that long term. Longest term spell I'm going to be
That's fine,
casting
that's fine.
is
That's fine.
Fly.
That's fine.
Excuse me.
Leva, any long-term spells that you're casting in preparation of the fight?
She did.
Well, any others, I
No
should
more.
say.
No.
Okay. Finn, any long-term spells you're casting in advance of the fight? Finn?
Nothing I have is really long term.
Okay.
So.
What's the duration on protection from fire?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's a 24 hours thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's until I absorb it. So, yeah,
I
I
mean-
will cast that one, I guess.
Okay. So you can make an actually just write it down for now because when you get onto other the numbers won't carry over from map to map and stuff like that.
Yeah, I gotta remember how much that is.
Okay.
There's one question.
Mhm.
Now, if I read this right, Leva is now enclosed in a whirling band of scintillating colors,
Yeah.
visible to everybody.
Yeah.
If she made herself invisible, what would happen?
The whirling band of scintillating colors, I don't think would be made invisible.
Okay.
Does that give you any armor class bonus?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
It just protects for completely 2d6 spell levels.
It
So it's
does
basically-
make
I take you, which I take you.
I
you
have
roll
rolled.
for
Yeah,
yourself.
I have rolled.
Yeah.
It does make you pretty obvious that you are a spellcaster, and
That's
so
what I was trying to mention in the chat.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun. You
Just
might
need
want to
to-
keep away from Leva in case something happens.
You just need to remember to cast mirror image and such.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'd be shooting into it. Would that be classed as an inaccurate shot if they're aiming into someone that's obscured?
if it doesn't give you any kind of bonus in the spell,
It's
then
Oh.
it doesn't have any effect. Like blur
I
is
can't
similar.
see-
Blur is similar in that like it's blurring your edges and stuff like that, and it gives you an armor class bonus. But obviously, like this is not so far away from your body that it is making it hard to tell exactly where the edges of your body are.
Technically, blur doesn't give armor class bonus. It gives me minus to attack.
That's the same thing.
no.
An
it's
enemy's
just-
attack
it's-
penalty is the exact same as an armor class bonus for you.
It's because
Yeah,
it
but,
says you're
it's-
I
obscured,
understand,
that's
but it's
why.
the exact same. But
And
but
effect
it
is the same.
obscures in that like no one can identify that she's an elf versus a human, or that she
Well, they
is
can't see
Leva
inside.
versus Solas. Yeah, they can't see inside. You're obscured. You're obviously there, and it's obvious where you are, so there's no penalty to attack. There's no armor class bonus, whatever. They are the same thing. But like no one can tell, like unless someone knows that Leva can cast a spell or sees her casting it, they wouldn't know whether it's Leva or Solas or Finn or Braxon or Ockar or Margoth or anyone else, short of like, well, who's the only person that I can't see in the group kind of thing. Can't make out personal identification details and stuff like that. All right. So you all the ships drop out spell jamming speed in in the proximity of the Pinzarius, and the elven vessels quickly form into the battle line that they're going to be taking and advance in with you following up. I should ask, who is going to be on the helm on your ship?
Probably Simfayon, because he's a higher level.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I think so. It gives us the best SR.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be my recommendation.
All right, so Nemariel or Nor, who was on before him and thus would have no spells?
Oh, okay.
You just roll randomly, because
Nor.
Nor? All right. So Nemariel will have spells available to her. She'll stay in the helm room, be ready to take over the helm if Tsunfayun gets incapacitated, but she does have some spells available. She's not a particularly combat-oriented spellcaster, but she will certainly do what she can. All right. With that, any other last-minute preparations that you guys want to do before you are ready to deploy?
Goes without saying, everyone has a temporary healing potion without me.
Okay.
Right. Do we already have the prince's flag? I'm asking everyone else. Do we already have the prince's flag flying?
You
Or
should.
are we going to hoist that?
You would have had it flying the whole time.
Okay, fair enough. So we're not
and
going to be sneaky.
no. And
We're not being sneaky. We're making sure everyone knows that we sail for the prince.
right.
Yeah, and this is a stealth force.
And you
one
can
question.
have you can have up to 3 other copies of that flag on individuals in your group that you would then raise on the other one, which would then get it lowered on your ship, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So you decide who wants to carry the flags, the spare flags. That way, if someone gets incapacitated or is killed or something like that.
Is the prince coming on the ship as well, won't he?
He is going to wait because he is not a particularly powerful warrior. So he's going to wait until it's more secure before he comes aboard.
Okay.
He's nominally in charge.
All right. Well, Braxon will have 1 flag.
Okay.
Who else wants a flag? Or we'll give it to two random gifts if no one wants one. Ockar, do you want a flag?
No, thank you.
It would just be in your pack, and you'd pull it out if you get to the.
Oh, then sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, sorry,
you're not flying the flag. You're not carrying the flag. It is in a pack, ready to be pulled out, unfurled, and run up when the ship has been taken.
Then sure, I'll take one.
Okay. So there's 1 more. Who else will carry it?
Levo can take one.
Levo, you'll carry it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it stick out of the scintillating?
No,
colors?
it's folded up. It's folded up and in your pack.
Yeah, you don't have to board the ship. Don't have to board the ship looking like Freddie Mercury at a Queen concert.
It is specifically when you get to when the ship is under control. Whoever is closest will go and run it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had one question about the preparations.
Mm-hmm.
Would we have had enough time for good berries?
Yeah, we would have. That means I would have had to have cast it leading up to the fire, which I
mean,
presume within a week.
Don't they stay for a week?
Yeah. How many second level spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
If they last a week, you could have done them yesterday.
Yeah, I could have done it a few days ago. It's not going to matter. It's whether they'll last for this fight. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I
think that would be something that we would do.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's fine. I can do 7, but I think there was a limit to 6 per.
Yes.
For me and 6 for Finn, or 6 in total? I cannot remember that.
I think it's 6 and 6.
He has 6, I have 6.
Yeah.
Well, this is 60.
And Finn, if you're fine with casting those like the day before, then I'm fine with you guys having that.
Or a few days before.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Yeah, I just need to 2d4 per.
12d4 each, please.
Yeah, 12. Sorry, I couldn't do the mental math.
It's okay. All right.
Kind of makes sense that Druid would get more berries.
All right, so you've got those good berries available, and if you two could just let like PM, like you can use the group chat and just say how many you've given to other people, kind of thing, so that everyone knows how many they have on hand.
I would suggest giving few for the prince, just to be safe.
I think the prince
Yeah, I'll
is
just
staying
we'll
behind on
add.
our ship.
Yeah, but he's still
between
can
the two
be
of us,
targeted with.
Between the two of us, we could break that down into 11 groups of 5.
All right.
Hand out 5 to, keep 5 for yourself. I keep 5 for myself. We hand 5 to everybody in the crew. Or everybody in the company. So that's using up 6 of them. The 3 helmsmen can each have a set of them.
That's 9.
The prince can have 1 set.
10.
All right, Lenelius or
And-
Margoth?
Probably not that, because he can't heal himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good divide, I see. And good berries healed 1 HP per berry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me just.
Did
I'm just
a
making a
pay
note.
period pass?
No.
I'm just keeping track of it, that was all.
Oh,
Because it was a month.
yeah.
Leading
Well, it
up
wasn't
to
quite a
this.
month. It was 20 days. So I think a pay period has probably passed because it was not quite that.
Marking off my true seeing thing.
That is... Yeah, pay period passed just before this. So you only need to... Since you've already marked down paying for the mercenaries, you just need to mark down for the crew that have... that are waiting for you. And just finish writing down these good berries, and then I'll let you guys start deploying. Braxon stepped away for just a second, though.
Oh, one of my true things is ready.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and bring you over to the chart. So the fleet begins to move amongst the asteroids, and I have put out a basic deployment. That would be the suggestion that the elves have, but you can basically do anything. You guys can see it. You're right over here.
Anything beyond the line.
Yeah, so you cannot deploy past that deployment limit token right there, which I will remove as soon as you...
Sorry, I've played Rome Total War and other games like this.
I have never
Nailed.
been good at these kinds of games.
Send the plebeians.
Just amass the ball of doom.
Okay.
Put all your units together and have them charge right into the middle of the enemy.
All right, so Finn has indicated that you guys have already decided on the groups.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and see. So Ockar, an Armada, and 2 Men of War. We're going to make you blue. And you can
Blue
group.
Squadron standing by.
So you can group them up if you want, or you can spread them out like your groups. It's up to you. So Finn is going to have the other one, and you'll be orange. There we go. And Solas, you're going to have 2 Men of War. All right, so you will be green.
Yes, not trying to confuse you, no.
And
Alright, me and Ockar are both blue.
Lafdul, yeah, so you get to be purple.
Oh, purple.
Okay.
And I guess Braxton's on the Val Dolphin.
Yeah, he's controlling
Braxton's-
the dolphin.
Brax is doing the main ship, yeah.
All right, so you can position the ships where you want them to be, and you can decide how you want to do that. You cannot see the exactly what formation the enemy ships are going to be in, but
Okay.
you're passing by asteroids, and you can tell that there are small outposts on them that are very likely signaling them.
Around this time, I think Solas would cast a fly spell on himself, since I think we are going to be round on round basis now.
What is the what's the letter S again?
That's the deployment limit. You cannot deploy in front of that. I'll remove it once everyone has decided where they want their ships to
Oh,
be.
I see. Right.
Yeah, that's the. We can go anywhere we want on behind that line.
You can stretch out further. If you want to go even further out and have a group that kind of like sweeps in from the flank, you can do that too. Keep in mind that if there are any enemy vessels that have not been disabled or taken out of the fight through a boarding action, then they can fire on you while you are, once you've boarded the other vessel. So a big thing is going to be trying to knock out all of the other escorts so that they can't attack you when you're kind of sitting duck boarding
Right,
the enemy
I
vessel.
see.
Or coming in and joining the enemy vessel and bringing on their troops as a boarding action as well.
Oh, that'd
I
be
think-
fun.
I think our ship should be behind the Elven ships on the middle.
You think? Stop us firing. Okay.
I plan to have an Armada up here with a Man of War flanking on either side as defense.
Okay.
You don't
Clever
have
will
to
also
be that
cast
far
fly on
behind.
herself.
Yeah, I've cast free action myself.
Okay, so any
He's,
other long-lasting spells that you want to cast that are like
like an hour.
Fly.
that have turn
So-
durations? Leva, you're casting fly.
Mhm.
Finn will cast
Level-
Unfailing Premonition.
Okay.
Level variation.
Yep. No wild surge.
It will come. There's this big scintillating bubble flying above the ships.
Imagine it gets dispelled on the first.
Psst. Imagine the wild surge that could happen.
Can it be dispelled directly, or does it absorb the dispel? Because it is a spell, but it's also an unraveling magic.
Dispel usually gets around that. Not always. It depends on the spell, though.
Do you think we could do a bit of an early break so I can go throw my lunch into the microwave?
Yeah, actually, that's probably a good idea. Are you guys satisfied with this deployment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me actually get in the turn order. I'll clean this out in a second.
I'll be right back.
So we'll go ahead and take our break now, and I'll give you one more chance. You'll have the break to think about any other kind of longer-term spells that you want to cast, and then we will get into it. We are going to be going with just like basic initiative. So each side just rolls a d10 because everyone's in ships. But we will be doing declarations. So for those watching, we are going to take a short break. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. See you shortly, everyone.
See you on the other side.
See you then.